Hey, what's going on, everybody? How's it going today? So, as you can tell from the title, I got a chance to go out and see Crazy Rich Asians. And in this game we call life, there are rules and there are also exceptions to those rules occasionally. However, generally speaking, if the biggest problem that I have after watching a movie is the title of it, that's usually a pretty good sign. This movie is about a young couple, and the boyfriend is going back to Singapore for his best friend's wedding. And in so doing, inevitably, he brings his girlfriend back, and then she has to meet his family, and then a whole bunch of romantic comedy shit goes down. Now, you might have already guessed that I actually really enjoyed this movie, but that title, it honestly just didn't work for me. Partly because it's really just kind of in your face and sounds like a title for like a shitty straight-to-DVD kind of movie. Like, I know it was the same title of the book, but it was just a little too loud. Plus, the title kind of gave off the vibe that, like, only Asian families behave the way that they do in the movie. Like, it just felt a little bit too suggestive strictly towards Asians, but meanwhile, here in reality world, judgmental families is not a race-specific thing. That can happen pretty much in any way, shape, or form. However, on the flip side, from a marketing standpoint, I totally get it because it's short, catchy, and it's easy to remember. Plus, ultimately, titles don't mean anything. They're pretty much just there for marketing and also so you can differentiate from one film to the next. But anyway, besides that, really like the movie, actually. Despite the fact that the whole bring your significant other to meet your family premise is not anything new, the movie kind of worked well within that genre and kind of brought like an updated spin to it, in my opinion. And it also played out in a much more realistic fashion than, say, like a Meet the Parents, for example. Like, nothing crazy happens in the movie, but the main character just has all these personalities to deal with, and I thought it was executed very well. Also, the music was good, and I like that they didn't have a whole lot of big-name actors in the movie. Granted, a lot of the actors are people that you might recognize, but they're not, like, household name, and I kind of like that. And of course, the movie has a lot to do with like people living these lavish lifestyles, so there's a lot of really cool like concept design in the movie. Like, a lot of the houses and the set designs look really cool, plus the actual like wedding that they attend was really cool. And the movie's just funny, like the actress Aquafina particularly was probably the best part of the entire movie. The only other issue that I have with the movie is that you can kind of tell that it was adapted from something. Like, there's one kind of external plot line that kind of deviates from the main story, and the script kind of found a way to like weave that into the main character's kind of struggle and made it relevant. However, it just felt like tacked on and it didn't really have to be there. Also, there's a couple other like just very subtle references to other things that you kind of don't see in the movie. So there was a little bit of fluff, but it ultimately didn't hurt the main character's goal and arc, which I was also a big fan of, just the way that they handled her and how she dealt with every situation. But anyway, guys, overall, really enjoyable movie. There's a couple things that were a little bit overkill about it, but I think overall, for a score out of 10, I think I'm gonna give it an 8.8. A lot of fun, whole lot of eye candy, and it really makes romantic comedies look a lot better than most other ones. Definitely worth the money to go out and see it. But anyway, guys, those are my thoughts. What are your thoughts? Have you seen this movie? Have you heard of it? Hop in the comments. Let me know what's up. Other than that, if you like this review, give me a like, subscribe, do all that other bullshit that makes the channel look good, and I will catch you guys later.